position of the metal will be considered here. So I will take both the metals, magnesium and copper. Which one acts as anode and which one acts as cathode here?
Magnesium acts as anode, sir. Copper acts as cathode.
Okay, so magnesium acts as anode and copper acts as a cathode. Which one is easily undergoes corrosion? Sanjana, V Sanjana. Which one is easily undergoes corrosion? Yes, you people are there or gone for breakfast? Which one undergoes corrosion?
Magnesium.
Magnesium is easily undergoes corrosion because it has low electrode potential value and also it is top in the electrochemical series than that of the copper. If that is top in the electrochemical series or galvanic series means which is more reactive metals. More reactive metal means which easily gives out the electron. So that's why in the nature of the metal, position of the metal in the galvanic series is very much important. Okay, and second point is lower electrode potential. The metals with lower electrode potential values, metals are, these are more reactive metals and which acts as anode. Always the anodic metal which easily undergoes corrosion. The rate of corrosion of the anodic metal is very much higher. Okay, and the third point is difference in the position of the metal. Okay, so here if we consider here magnesium and zinc. Magnesium and zinc. So magnesium and zinc difference is smaller. Okay, and so that's why the rate of corrosion is also lesser. Okay, difference in the position. If smaller is the difference, rate of corrosion is not that much effective. If the difference is higher means the rate of corrosion is increases. Easily, readily undergoes corrosion within 1 year only, though both the metals will get affected with the corrosion. Okay, if we consider magnesium and zinc, between these two, magnesium is acts as anode and completely the rate of corrosion between the magnesium and zinc is not that much effective because the difference is less. If you consider magnesium and copper, magnesium and copper difference is more. So difference is more means what? The rate of corrosion is also increases. The rate of corrosion is also increases. So that's why while selecting the metals for any manufacturing process, the difference in the metal is also important. Okay, the third point is difference in the position of the metals. So you remember, higher the difference means faster is the rate of corrosion. So that's why potassium, sodium, magnesium, zinc metals is the rate of corrosion is faster when compared to the silver, titanium, gold and platinum. So these metals will not undergo corrosion. Okay, because these metals are noble metals which acts as cathodic metals. Okay, and also lithium corrodes faster than magnesium. Lithium corrodes. Example for the nature of the metal, which factor? The lithium which corrodes faster than the magnesium. Why? Because lithium has very much negative electrode potential than that of the magnesium. If you consider lithium and magnesium, lithium is easily undergoes corrosion. Okay, and also zinc corrodes faster than iron. Okay, I will consider zinc corrodes faster than iron. Okay, after zinc iron will be coming. So zinc acts as anode, here iron acts as a cathode. Okay, so zinc corrodes faster than iron, and if we consider which one, copper and silver, copper and silver. So copper will corrodes faster than silver. Okay, so here position of the metals we have to see, lower electrode potential of the metal we have to see, and difference in the position of the metal we have to see while selecting the metals. So these are all the factors which influences the nature of the metal. Okay, the second one is nature of the corrosion product. Nature of the corrosion product. So corrosion product will be the oxides of the metal, right? Nature of the corrosion product will be the oxides of the metal. So here this one is a corrosion product. So this corrosion product is what? Oxides of metal. For example, Fe2O3 3H2O, it is a corrosion product. Okay, so here corrosion product determines the rate of corrosion. Okay, here two cases will be there. So here the first one is this corrosion product is uniform, insoluble, non-volatile, stable. This product is uniform and it should be insoluble, non-volatile and stable means, so this corrosion product acts as a protective layer. An iron rod or an iron sheet, corrosion is happened. The corrosion product has formed. Although that formed corrosion product is uniform, insoluble, stable and non-volatile means it acts as a protective layer for that metal. So it becomes a protective layer means further corrosion of the metal will not be taking place. Okay, only coating. So here beneath the corrosion will not happen because it acts as a protective layer. Further corrosion will it prevents. Okay, so first one is it becomes a protective layer. Like metals like aluminum, titanium, platinum and chromium. So these metals, aluminum, titanium, platinum and chromium and their oxides, aluminum oxide, titanium oxide, platinum oxide and chromium oxide. So these acts as a protective layer. So that's why corrosion will not continue. There only it will stops because it is forming a protective layer. Okay, and in other case it will be reverse. It becomes a non-protective layer means it is non-uniform, unstable and it is volatile. Volatile means this corrosion product will be non-protective layer. It becomes what? Non-protective layer. Say for example iron oxide which acts as a non-protective layer. So it becomes non-protective layer means it will be volatile and it will be porous. Here it will be non-porous. It becomes porous, unstable and non-uniform means it acts as a non-protective layer. It will not save that metal. Further corrosion will continues and whole complete metal will be destroyed, because that corrosion what is formed on the metal surface, it is a becomes non-protective layer. So that's why complete, if a small corrosion product is also formed, means it destroys completely that whole metal. Okay, so here which one is important? The nature of the corrosion product is important. It should have that protective layer property. That oxide layer, it should be protective layer property, then only that it saves the metal, or otherwise it destroys complete metal. Here which are the metals which acts as non-protective layer? Means iron, magnesium, zinc. These metals which acts as non-protective layer, and so that's why it destroys the whole complete metal. Okay, are you following? Are you following? Reply me. The third one is ratio of anodic to cathodic area. Ratio of anodic to cathodic area. So here anodic to cathodic area. Anode to cathodic area, it depends upon the rate of corrosion. So here it's directly proportional to the anodic rate of corrosion, rate of corrosion to anodic region. Anodic region. So here the important property or the factor is anodic to cathodic area. If anodic area is small, means small anodic area and large cathodic area. Okay, so I will take an example of iron track, railway track. Iron railway track, for iron railway track they will coat with tin metal. Okay, to save the iron metal, so they will coat with tin. Iron railway track is coated with tin metal. Okay, so here some of the on the railway track it is broken, tin is broken. Okay, so this is broken part, this is exposed area, tin exposed area. Okay, here this one acts as a small anodic area, small anodic area, and this large tin coated area is, it is cathodic, it acts as cathodic. So here what is happening? Small anodic area and large cathodic area. So between the iron and tin, iron acts as an anode and tin acts as an cathode. So which one is undergoes corrosion? Obviously iron will be undergoing corrosion. So here iron will be small anodic and tin will be large cathodic. Okay, so what is the role of cathode? It receives the electron. So where there is electrons are coming from the small anodic area. Okay, electrons are releasing, so these are accepted by the large cathodic area. Okay, if this small anodic area which releases more number of electrons, so where those electrons will goes to the cathodic area. Tin will accepts the electron. So small number of electrons. So large cathodic area means which accepts more electrons. How many electrons it will release? That number of electrons it is accepted by the large cathodic area. So the rate of corrosion is increases, because how many electrons it will liberates, that much amount of electrons received by the large cathodic area. Okay. So in another case, large anode and small cathode means. So large anode and small cathode means, now cathode area will be smaller, so the accepting of the electrons is also decreases. So it will, large anodic area, it will release electrons, but not that much capacity to accept it, because it is a small cathodic area. So that's why the rate of corrosion is here decreases. If small cathodic area is means, rate of corrosion is decreases, whereas large cathodic area means the rate of corrosion is increases. It is directly proportional to the area of the anode and the cathode. Understood this one? So this is about the primary factors. Are you following? Yes, Suprita, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the secondary factors is, it depends upon the nature of the environment. The first one is pH. So the corrosion is depends upon the pH of the solution. So in a acidic environment and in basic environment, where there is a more corrosion will happen, in the acidic environment or basic environment? ಆಸಿಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಗ ಕರೋಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಗ ಕರೋಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಎನಿವನ್? Rate of corrosion is inversely proportional to the pH of the solution. Okay. If pH of the solution is decreases, if pH of the solution is decreases, pH is decreases means whether it is a acidic solution or basic solution. pH is decreasing means whether it is a acidic or basic.
Acidic, sir.
Acidic. So acidic, in acidic solution the rate of corrosion is more. Okay. In acidic solution what it forms? It releases more number of hydrogen, right? Because in acidic solution more number of H plus ions will be there, so it will release, it will accept the electrons and it will release the hydrogen. So if pH is decreases means which is denotes the acidic, and in acidic solution rate of corrosion is more. Okay. If pH is increases means, if pH is increases means it is tending to basic solution. pH above 7, it is tending to basic solution, where in basic solution rate of corrosion is decreases, where hydroxyl ions are forming. So in basic solution rate of corrosion is decreases. In acidic solution liberation of hydrogen is taking place, so that's why rate of corrosion is more. So that's why always in the metals under the ocean water is corrodes faster than the river water, because in ocean or the acidic solution, the rate of corrosion is more. Okay, this one is about pH. Next, rate of corrosion is directly proportional to the temperature. In same way, if temperature of the solution is increases, means rate of corrosion is increases. If temperature increases, rate of the corrosion of the metal is increases. If temperature is decreases, means rate of the corrosion is decreases. In same way, if temperature increases, means in acidic solution H plus ions will be there, more hydrogen will be liberated. In the basic solution, temperature is increases, means hydroxyl ions are formed. So that's why the rate of corrosion is increases when there will be a change in increase in temperature. So that's why the metals are the equipments. In India, it is easily undergoes corrosion. In Australia, it is a colder region, so there is a corrosion will be suppressed due to the temperature. Okay, so the third one is conductance. So here also the rate of corrosion is directly proportional to the conductivity. So conductance of the solution is, it mainly depends upon the electrochemical reaction. Okay, so in electrochemical corrosion there will be a transfer of electrons. Okay, in conductivity, if more conductance is there, means which is directly proportional, the rate of corrosion is also obviously it is increases. In more conductance medium, the rate of corrosion is higher. So that's why in dry land or wet land, if we buried the water pipe, so which one is undergoes corrosion, means the underground. The wet conducting medium is easily undergoes corrosion than that of the dry land. Okay, in case of ocean water or river water also. In ocean water, if oil gas pipeline are there, means or water pipe is there, means in ocean water is more conductance, it is more conductivity. So that's why that oil pipeline or water pipeline is easily undergoes corrosion than that of the river water, because in a river water not that much of conductivity will be there. In ocean water more salts will be there, so that's why it is easily undergoes corrosion. Okay, understood this concept? Factors influencing the rate of corrosion, there will be two factors, primary factors and secondary factors. So primary factors is depending upon the nature of the metal, so secondary factors is depending upon the environment. Okay, which one affects more corrosion, means nature of the metal. Okay, it decides the position, difference in the position of the metals and lower electrode potential, and also the nature of the corrosion product, and also ratio of anodic to cathodic area. Understood this one? Is there any doubt? If any doubt is there, means you ask me. Okay, today I will stop this one. Tomorrow we will discuss types of corrosion and corrosion controlling methods. Okay, thank you.